Hey guys, welcome back. Jordan here with the Nutty Gnome Homestead. Today is a beautiful late December afternoon, and we're out here in our stand of blackberries, thornless blackberries, doing a little maintenance for the spring. So what we like to do is this time of year when there's not much going on the homestead, we like to do the maintenance for our gardening and for our barns and our animals, just to get everything prepared for the spring. We're going to come through here and we're going to clean up this fence row, all the brush and debris that has accumulated. We're going to mark our propagations that we did. That was so we know when we come back in the spring, we know where to cut, we know where we need to fill in, we know where we need to dig up plants, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to turn you guys around here and I'm going to show you what we're dealing with. Okay, so if you guys can see this, all the way down there, this entire row is thornless blackberries, and it goes all the way up here to that corner fence post right there. So that is 160 feet of thornless blackberries. Now if you guys watched our video last year, you'll know that we dug up and transplanted a bunch of propagations that we did. We did both air layering, we did tip layering. We actually even took some cuttings and propagated them. There's many ways that you can propagate blackberries and raspberries. This is one of our favorite ways. What we will do is we will take the tip of a cane. Let's find one here. We'll take the tip of a cane, like this one, and in the late summer, early fall, we'll actually kick a hole in the ground and we'll bury the tip of that cane in the dirt. Okay, we'll make sure we got about 4 or 6 inches of dirt over top of that end of that cane. We want a good 4 to 6 inches of roots to grow off of this. These plants are going to put out roots almost immediately. We will let them sit all fall, and in the early spring, what we will do is we will come up here and clip above a bud, and we will actually have a brand new transplant. Here's another one, guys. If you guys, I'm not going to step across the fence right now. I own the field, but I really don't feel like messing with the barbed wire right now. You guys can see that this cane right here has put off 2 long shoots down to the ground. Both of these shoots, this one here and that one there, we actually buried the tips into the soil at the end of, I think it was October, middle of October, somewhere in there. And both of these, you can see I'm pulling on this pretty good. Both of these have taken root. We're going to leave that until this spring. Now, sometime around Easter is whenever I like to do this. We're going to come through here, we're going to clip it right here, and we're going to clip right here, and then we can dig up 2 brand new free blackberry plants that we can transplant or sell. Now, as you guys can see, we've got a lot of brush growth up here in this fence row. There are several different ways that you guys can attack this. My preferred way is to get in there with a handsaw, cut this stuff out, lay the grass and the brush down as a mulch or a compost around your blackberry plants, and then move on. It doesn't have to be pretty, it's a blackberry patch. We're just trying to make sure that we don't get 8 to 10 foot tall weeds growing up here in the spring, where they can actually take a foothold and take over our patch. So you can also use a good pair of pruners. You know, always have a good pair of pruners, sharp pair of pruners with you for any of the harder weedy stuff. And I like to carry a pair of pliers with me. Twice already today, I found a spot on this fence that needed repaired. It happens, it's an old fence. So I always have a couple extra fence clips with me and carry a pair of pliers or a fence lineman tool if you have it, and repair the fence. This is going to make trellising these blackberries a whole lot easier. Now, as you guys can see how grown that this has gotten in the last year, this happens. You're not going to keep all these weeds down unless you put down some sort of fabric or a heavy mulch. But this is all this stuff right here is what we're getting rid of. All the red canes, they're real easy to identify for our blackberries. So we're going to go through here. And oh, actually, I was telling you guys about that tip layering. here's a real good example of one. You see right here, that's buried about 4 inches deep. That has actually put on pretty good roots, and as you guys can see, there's decent growth all the way up here. Whenever we cut this, I'll probably cut it right here at this node. I'll have a 18-inch to 2-foot long started plant, and then I'll take this other piece of the cane and I'll wrap it around the fence and trellis it up. This piece right here, if I get it transplanted early enough, it will produce fruit by the end of the year. We have had very good luck doing this. It's already a 1-year-old cane that's already established, so it's not like it's having to start over again. So I'm just going to bring you guys along. We're going to clear out some of this. As you guys can see, I've already been working on 30-40 feet of this. And like I said, guys, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just trying to get ahead of all the weeds in the spring. Now would be a good time if you have a slow release fertilizer, if you want to fertilize your berries, to go ahead and put some of that down. If you have a compost or a mulch or whatnot you want to put around your plants, if you only have a few of them, now would be a good time to do that. We don't normally fertilize our blackberries except for maybe once in the early spring. As soon as they start putting on their buds, I might give them a shot of something to give them a good boost. Other than that, the chickens take care of the rest. So I'm going to put you guys on the tripod and we're going to get to work. Okay guys, so that took me about 5 minutes to do both sides of the fence on this 12-foot section. These posts are about 12 feet apart. And see how much better this looks? We got all the grass laid down. We've got all of the cuttings used as a mulch around our blackberry plants. This is going to make healthier plants in the long run because it can withstand the heat, retain the moisture, suppress the weeds. And like I said, guys, this is just a 3-strand barbed wire fence. This is what we had here whenever we purchased the farm. Let me show you why I like barbed wire for this. Let me zoom you guys in. Okay, so as we twist our... There we go. So as we twist and trellis our blackberry canes from the ground all the way up, we weave them through the barbed wire. Now you can use cattle panel, 2x4 fencing, chicken wire, or if you are glutton for punishment, I guess. But we like the barbed wire. Here's why. If I zoom you guys in real close, let's see here. Okay, you see how I have the barb holding 2 of those canes in place? In a couple of weeks, those canes will strengthen up and they will stay put. They won't need that barb holding them in place. This is really helpful whenever you have 160 feet of blackberries like what we do here. We can actually make a living fence row from literally the road all the way up to that corner up there. 160 feet, a living fence row providing blackberries for us, plenty of food for our animals. Our ducks and chickens like to come over here and steal the berries. Plus we have plenty to make wine, jam, jellies, and extra to sell. So this was just a quick video on what we're doing this time of year, cleaning up the blackberry patch. Like I said, we tip layer our blackberry canes in the fall. That way, so by spring, they're well rooted and they're real easy to transplant. If you guys watched our video last time doing this last year, we transplanted, I think it was 32 or 33 blackberry plants. Of those, 28 of them are still alive. That's a pretty good success rate if you ask me. Didn't cost me a thing. Each one of these blackberry plants at the store cost you about 10 bucks a piece. So we saved $300 by transplanting and propagating our own. If you guys have any questions or comments about blackberry maintenance, growing blackberries, trellising the blackberries, or any questions about this kind of gardening in general, feel free to message us down below or contact us over on Nutty Gnome Homestead on Facebook. If you guys have any suggestions for future videos, please feel free to let us know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, get out there, enjoy the beautiful early winter days, nice sunny days. I think it's 50 degrees. Doesn't get any better than this, guys. We'll see y'all next time.